Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du noch?
If you've heard that sound from Babbel before, I bet you do. Babbel is the science-backed language learning app that actually works. With quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel gets you on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. With over 16 million subscriptions sold and a 20-day money-back guarantee, just start speaking another language with Babbel. Right now, up to 55% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/Spotify podcast. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify podcast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The NBA playoffs are here, and I'm getting my bets in on FanDuel. Talk to me, Chuck GPT. What do you know?
All sorts of interesting stuff, even Charles Barkley's greatest fear.
Hey, nobody needs to know that.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. 21 plus and present in Virginia. Must be first online real money wager. $5 deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello and welcome to the Paddock and the Pavilion, the podcast that brings you some of the leading stories from the worlds of horse racing and cricket. With me, your host, Stephen Wallis. With the prestigious Royal Ascot meeting now just over a week away, I'm delighted to welcome back Australian trainer Henry Dwyer. Henry returns to the famous Berkshire course with his talented mare Asfoora, who will once again be flying the flag for Australia in the King Charles III Stakes. After winning the Group 1 5-furlong sprint in 2024, Henry joins me to discuss Asfoora's chances of making it back-to-back victories, the key rivals to watch out for, and, if all goes well, his hopes of meeting His Majesty King Charles III again after the race. The top hat is ready and Henry is good to go for Royal Ascot. Hello, Henry. Welcome back to the Paddock and the Pavilion. How are you, and how was Epsom?
Hi, Stephen. Good to join you. Yeah, I'm well. Epsom was very enjoyable. I'd been on Epsom Oaks years and years ago when I was 19 or 20, but hadn't been to a derby, so that was a good bucket list item to tick off, and we had a ball. Yeah.
I saw you on social media there with Gay Waterhouse.
Yeah, Gay was there. She tends to do a little bit more travelling than me, but caught up with her in the jockey club room, and plenty of nice people, and yeah, we had a ball.
And she's here. The little bird, Asfoora, is here.
She is here. So she arrived about a week before me. So she's been here a week and a half, and I've been here since last Thursday. We've both settled in well, actually. I'm happy, and she seems pretty good. So all is well.
She's based again at the paradise, or the racing paradise of Newmarket.
Yeah, she is. So she walked in like she hadn't been away. She really travelled well and really settled back in well. She's not in exactly the same box as she was last year, but she's in the same area, and it's all old hat to her now. She's a really good traveller, and she slotted back in brilliantly.
So she's at the same yard as last year?
Yeah, down there on Hamilton Road. She's with Lemos de Souza there, so it's all the stars are aligning at the moment anyway.
I know at the end of last turf season here you were thinking about coming again in 2025. Was that always the plan?
Pretty much. There's not a lot of options for her at home, and as we spoke about last year, there's several options for her here over the summer. So we'll just obviously take it one run at a time, but we're keen to run her in a few races, same as last year, and then maybe try and get to maybe even Ireland or France afterwards.
And this year you didn't come over quite as early. You had 2 runs in Australia.
Yeah, we just couldn't get a flight early enough. I would have, if I had my way, we would have been here early May, but as it turns out, we're only here 2 weeks before the race, which I don't think is enough time for them to acclimatise properly. So she's still got a little bit of a winter coat on her, which we left Ballarat, it was -4 degrees, so We were trying to get her out of that about a month earlier and get her over here for the start of the summer or the end of spring. So, look, I don't think it'll matter. It's mainly cosmetic. She seems happy and sound and to be going well. So, fingers crossed that all works out.
So looking back at those two runs in Australia, a Group 3 win, and then seventh in a Group 1.
Yeah, so the Group 3 win was good. That was first up well, she hadn't run since York, so it was about 7 months. Um, and a trip to Adelaide as well on top of that. So we just felt like it was a really good win and it might have just flattened her a bit second up and added to the mix, I suppose. That second up race was 1,200 metres, not 1,000 metres, so 6 furlongs, not 5 furlongs, and that's never been her hitting zone.
So you'll keep sticking to 5 furlongs.
If we can, yeah. That just gives us that option over here, whereas we didn't have an option in Australia. We had to run her somewhere, and that was the only option remotely suitable. But as we know, five's better than six.
And a week before the race, what's the plans now for the next week?
We gave her the time she needed to settle in, so she had a very quiet first week. Took her this morning um, to the July course there at Newmarket on the race course, and she had a nice gallop there. Oisin Murphy jumped on, and she worked very strongly with a set of blinkers on her. So yeah, she's pretty much done all the work she needs to. We just need to keep her in one piece through to next Tuesday and keep her happy and brighten her up a bit, and then we'll be good to go.
I was going to ask him, it's still Oisin again this year.
Yeah. He's very keen to renew his association and was very happy to see her this morning, and the feedback was good. So, yeah, look, it's all going to come together nicely, hopefully.
I saw on social media she had a dip in the pool.
Yeah, we've been going down to Gainsborough Stables, which is Simon and Ed Crisford's place, and they've very graciously allowed us to use their pool and their treadmill, which has been great. It's not really something we do at home swimmer, but just with the warmer weather coming on here and the way things work out, it's just a nice 20-minute walk down there of an afternoon and 20-minute swim and 20-minute walk down there and 20-minute walk back and a nice swim in between. It's just a good exercise for her to get out of the stables.
Welcome to It Takes Energy, presented by Energy Transfer, where we talk all things oil and natural gas. Oil and gas drive our economy, ensure our country's security, and open pathways to brighter futures. What do you know about oil and natural gas? You likely associate them with running your car or heating your home. But these two natural resources fuel so much more than that. More than 6,000 consumer products that we rely on every day are made using oil and gas. Before you even step out the door in the morning, you've already used more products made possible because of oil and gas than you realize. From the toothpaste you brush your teeth with, the soap you washed your face with, and the sheets you slept on. Not to mention your makeup, contact lenses, clothes, and shoes. Oil and gas are vital parts of all these products and so many more. Look around and you'll see the essential role oil and gas plays in our lives. Our world needs oil and gas, and people rely on us to deliver it. To learn more, visit energytransfer.com. Welcome to It Takes Energy, presented by Energy Transfer, where we talk all things oil and natural gas. Oil and gas drive our economy, ensure our country's security, and open pathways to brighter futures. What do you know about oil and natural gas? You likely associate them with running your car or heating your home. But these two natural resources fuel so much more than that. More than 6,000 consumer products that we rely on every day are made using oil and gas. Before you even step out the door in the morning, you've already used more products made possible because of oil and gas than you realize. From the toothpaste you brush your teeth with, the soap you washed your face with, and the sheets you slept on. Not to mention your makeup, contact lenses, clothes, and shoes. Oil and gas are vital parts of all these products and so many more. Look around and you'll see the essential role oil and gas plays in our lives. Our world needs oil and gas, and people rely on us to deliver it. To learn more, visit energytransfer.com.
Looking ahead then to the King Charles III Stakes on Tuesday, the 17th of June. Firstly, have you got that top hat ready?
I'm ready to go. We've got all the garb ready, so yep, we're good to go.
You enjoyed all that last year, though.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's very foreign to what we do at home, obviously, and that's a good thing. New experiences and life experiences. So yeah, we're just going to try and tick off another one with Royal Ascot and Goodwood and York and other races as well.
You certainly had them last year, meeting the King twice.
Yeah. No, that was all something different, wasn't it? So that really got people talking at home, and hopefully we can be on the right side of that again this year after the race.
How do you assess this year's potential opponents?
I think it's pretty similar to last year, minus a horse like Big Evs and actually Bradsell didn't run in that race. He ran later in the season, but they were the two big guns last year, and they've both been retired to stud. We've still got Believing and Regional there, who were very competitive last year, so they're the main opposition, and there doesn't seem to be a lot coming through behind them or any 3-year-olds that are going to step up. So yeah, I think it'll be a similar sort of experience to last year, and if we can get her in the same order, then yeah, I can't see her not running well.
Yeah, regional second last year in the Royal Ascot race, and believe in fourth, and they ran in that Group One at Maidan in the beginning of April.
Yeah, to me it looks like Believing's probably going a smidgen better than she was last year, and Regional's probably the same old Regional. So yeah, that'll be stiff opposition, but if we get there in one piece, I'm sure she'll run well.
Yes, Believing won that Group One and is currently the anti-post favourite. You also must know Storm Boy if he runs.
Yeah, I know Stormboy well, but I dare say he'll be, if he does run, he'll be going to the 1200-meter race on a Saturday, I think.
What about the going?
Look, you've obviously had no rain over here, so all the tracks are a bit firm, but that suits us. She's a fast mare who goes on top of the ground. I think the ideal surface for her is good to probably good to soft or soft in places. I think that's probably our preferred, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think just nice firm ground's fine.
Because that's what it was last year, wasn't it? Firm ground.
Yeah, and that's obviously makes it a quicker sort of 5 furlongs, which suits her too. So yeah, we haven't got too many worries at the moment.
You love this international competition, trying to put one over the Brits then.
Oh, I'm not sure it's so much trying to put one over the Brits. It's just something different for us. It's definitely not an us against them thing. It's an absolute experience for us. So if she could win again, it'd be magical.
And you've already mentioned future targets. You're planning to go to Goodwood and York.
That's the plan. And then if we can get further afield after that, then so be it. But if she shows that she's had enough, then we'll be pulling the pin. But yeah, at the moment she seems good, so why not?
Because last year you said that York and Nunthorpe would probably be the ideal race.
Yeah, and I think that'll be more so this year just because we're a little bit behind the 8 ball with travel and that sort of thing. She hasn't as long to acclimatise. So I think with a little bit of a break after Ascot, she might have a couple of weeks in the paddock just to sort of further acclimatise, and then we can aim up at Goodwood and York after that. But I think we were, we're 2 runs less at the same stage last year than we had in Australia. So we hopefully we can get 2 more runs on the other side. Just last year, she just probably peaked at Goodwood, I thought. I thought her Goodwood run was every bit as good as Ascot, and then she might have just been a little bit over the top by the time we got to Nunthorpe.
Yeah, narrowly beaten at Goodwood when you got your straw hat on.
Yes, the Panama. We like the Goodwood Panama. Let's find one of them again this year.
So never a consideration to run at the July Cup at Newmarket, but because that's over 1200.
Yeah, pretty much. I sort of might have a bit of a regret this morning when I was looking at that 6 furlongs at Newmarket. It's quite downhill, so it's probably a fairly quick 600, 1200. But yeah, look, you can't run at everything. You got to pick and choose your mark a bit, and there's suitable 5 furlong races for her, so that's what we'll be going for.
I was reading today that no horse outside of Britain or Ireland has won the same race at Royal Ascot in consecutive years, apart from Sagaro in the 1970s.
Okay, well there you go. That'll be a nice bit of history if we can pull it off.
Any other Australian runners coming over this year?
Not as such, but there's a horse from America that Yulong has purchased and Kieran Maher is training. I think it's called Carl Spackler. So he's a very good turf horse from America, and he'll run in the Queen Anne, I think, on the first day.
So you're flying the flag then for Australia?
Pretty much, same as last year. So hopefully we can fly it as well as we did then.
Are you going to Royal Ascot on any other days?
I think we'll probably obviously be there Tuesday, but whether I'm there Wednesday or not depends on the victory celebrations, I'd say. And then we're probably definitely there Thursday. So I think we'll be home after that, but I'll definitely be there for a couple of days.
And when are you flying back yourself to Australia?
Not quite sure yet. Well, once again, it probably depends on results and victories and that sort of stuff. But I'll be home soon after Ascot either way, and be home for a few weeks and then back here for Goodwood.
But you've got a good team looking after the yard back at Ballarat.
Yeah, they're flying since I've been away. They're getting plenty of winners. So obviously my absence is a good thing.
Well, thank you very much, Henry, for joining me on the Paddock and the Pavilion. The very best of luck for Tuesday, the 17th of June at the in the King Charles III Stakes, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you again later in the year.
Great. Thanks, Stephen.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Welcome to It Takes Energy, presented by Energy Transfer, where we talk all things oil and natural gas. Oil and gas drive our economy, ensure our country's security, and open pathways to brighter futures. When it comes to meeting the world's energy needs, more is better. What we mean is our world needs a wide range of energy sources to meet our increasing needs. Just wind or solar won't get us there, as the sun doesn't always shine and the wind doesn't always blow. With our growing population and the increasing use of energy-demanding technologies like AI, reliability is key, and the reliability of natural gas is unmatched by wind and solar. That doesn't mean we all can't work together, but natural gas is vital to ensuring we meet our energy needs. Look around, and you'll see the essential role oil and gas plays in our lives. Our world needs oil and gas, and people rely on us to deliver it. To learn more, visit energytransfer.com.